And that's the end.
And here.
All right. This week on Viewer Takeover, we let you, the Game Cats, the loyal viewers, take over the show. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
We let you send in your comments and your questions, and I scour them all, and then I print them out on a cheap little printer, and then we read them and stuff. You want your comments read on the show? Comment below. Maybe we'll read your comment next week.
Yes.
But for this week, it's Viewer Takeover.
Hey.
Again, never know where to put that. Yep. All right. So before we even begin this episode, we do need to right down here see all the Patreon supporters.
Yes.
The list,
everyone,
increases.
Thank
you so much. We didn't actually think that anybody would give us money ever. That's ridiculous.
Awesome. Yeah.
We really, really appreciate it. And I think we should probably mention one time here, the litter box episodes.
Yes.
By the time this goes up, okay, so there's been 3 so far. Jeremy's here. Will be going up this upcoming Monday. Mm-hmm. And those were all free.
Yes.
It's like, hey, here you go. But we've been promising the Patreon supporters, people who give us money, any amount of money, $1 or more a month. So for a single $1 a month, we've been promising them exclusive content. Because I hate taking somebody's money and not giving them anything back. So we're not really asking you, any non-supporter, to give us money. What we're doing is just rewarding the people who have. And that means from, I don't know, the second week in May on, well, there'll be the Patreon, all the Litterbox episodes will be Patreon exclusive.
Yeah. So,
thank you.
Yes, thank you.
To all of you down here. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's get into some comments.
Let's do it.
All right. The first comment we have is from Arkenblade. Arkenblade wrote on the Mortal Blitz review. He goes, I'm a big fan of the old light gun games like House of the Dead, Space Gun, Alien 3 The Gun, Terminator 2. These games have taken a huge jump with VR. Yeah, I always thought light gun games were the best games in arcades.
Yes. I didn't really play light games too much at home. Like I never did Time Crisis. Yeah. A Time Crisis 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Weren't there like 7 or 8?
I think you're getting ahead of the game. There was definitely Time Crisis 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, there's so many.
4, you're right. And then there was Crisis Zone. Yeah, and then there was like Rising Zan or something like that. It was a collection of some stuff. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
PlayStation Move really helped that out.
Yeah,
because that was like what the PlayStation Move was good for. It was like light gun games.
Yeah.
Because all that light gun stuff stopped working on your HD TVs. Yeah. So the PlayStation Move let you have guns again.
Yeah.
It was nice. Yeah. Actually, the light gun games are the only reason I still have a CRT television hooked up. Like an old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got the PlayStation 2 games. I want to be able to use my gun cons. Yeah, good stuff.
No, I do remember Terminator 2, though, in the arcade. How fun was that?
Right?
Oh, that was great fun. Yeah, that was a good one.
Did you have... Now, let's see. I remember that came home. Like, it even was on, like, the Genesis and Super Nintendo. So, like, if you had a Super Scope 6 or the Menacer...
Yeah.
Wow, those things were garbage.
The Super Scope... I wanted that thing so bad. Yeah. But Santa never fucking brought it.
God damn that guy.
No, he really didn't.
My parents bought me a Menacer for the Genesis.
I didn't.
Same thing.
That was their like. Yeah.
It was horrible. It never worked right.
No.
Yeah, it was garbage. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, but VR, it really is. It really is a chance to.
Oh yeah, it is really neat in VR.
Yeah. This Mortal Blitz specifically feels like a Time Crisis game.
Yeah.
But instead of having like a duck behind like a box or something, you just duck behind the box.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking awesome.
Arkenblade, thank you for writing.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah. One of our new Patreon contributors, Dorty Bassa.
Nice.
Dorty Bassa. I wonder if that means something.
Well, maybe.
Because
I always try to read it backwards and see if no, that doesn't work.
Yeah, I think some people from the UK, they have like these different slangs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like words that mean things.
Like
that
a
we
Doherty
don't get.
is soda that's flat. How do we know? I don't know.
Hey, flat soda.
Flat soda, Bassa.
Dorty Bassa. On our, this is really irrelevant to the Midnight Games cast, but it wrote on the Why We Love the 3DO episode of Gaming Without Parole. The problem with Gaming Without Parole is we never talk about viewer questions, so we have to tackle them here.
Yeah.
Dorty Bassa wrote, "Hi, watched since finding your Martian VR review. when considering and have now just subscribed. I usually watch on a TV, and it's complicated to sign in. How do you watch YouTube? I don't watch YouTube.
On my phone, and I do sometimes put it on my TV because the smart TV I can just go right to it and it's right there. So like my login info for my YouTube and Google and all that account that's linked is as soon as I go onto my TV, if I switch over, it's all right there.
I use YouTube. Obviously, a lot of the time I'm sitting behind my computer, editing, and so there's the comments and everything are rolling in. I try to tackle them as they come in, and then that's the only way I can do it is sitting at my computer.
Yeah.
But when I'm just like watching YouTube, like when I'm watching my favorite shows, my favorite channels, it's on my PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Because I want to sit back on my couch and watch it on a big 15-inch
TV, yeah.
HD TV.
Yeah.
And then I watch our shows and go, wow, this looks pretty rough. We should scale it down.
No,
I should watch this on a phone
good.
or something.
No.
But so it really is like it's the clunkiest app ever on the PS4 and PS3.
Yeah.
It's just like they really need to make it easier. It's like
that's why I do it through my TV. I'm gonna sneeze. Ooh.
I'm in anticipation.
Excuse me.
There's not even a cat here today.
It's still been in the room, and allergies, are kicking in outside as well.
Yep.
The spring is here. Thank God. I love it.
Springtime.
I love allergies, though.
Oh, God.
I do.
Sneezing's the best.
No, I mean itchy eyes, sore throat. I'm like, I feel sick, and just bitching about it. But I love it because it's fucking allergies, and I know spring is here. Next.
I like when spring's here because it means fall is right around the corner.
No.
I can't wait. October should be here now.
Oh, see, I don't like the doom and gloom weather. Like that weird feeling like things are getting worse because it's just everything's dying. I like it where things are revitalizing.
I'm actually starting a petition to get the month of October changed to Brian Paul. Man, I love it when Brian Paul comes.
Yeah.
It's
Brian Baltimore. Let's go.
Yep. So last week on Viewer Takeover, our biggest topic was should we change our PlayStation VR reviews?
Yeah. Yep.
Should we add a
scoring system?
Yeah. And overwhelmingly,
overwhelming.
These are the kind of responses we got. Oh God, I really apologize ahead of time for mispronouncing your name. Actually, do you want to give it a shot?
Yeah. Aino Antila.
That sounds good. Aino Antila. Okay. Wrote, nope. Traditional review scores and such don't translate well for VR, and I feel like you and a few other guys are the only ones that I can get reviews that actually do translate with the experience and that I can relate to. Don't change a thing. Just keep going and doing your thing.
Yeah.
I couldn't read all of the comments.
Yeah, it was a lot.
There were a lot of comments.
A lot.
People really had opinions on this.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, there were people who were like, it would be really convenient if I could just see a score somewhere.
Yeah.
We don't even have an operational website because we have no time on our hands. We're too busy making videos and stuff.
Yeah.
I do own Without Parole and WithoutParole.com, Without Parole games as well. I should probably do something with those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or outsource it.
Yeah, but paying somebody, I don't.
No, don't pay them. Just somebody that wants to help.
Does anybody want to help?
Yeah.
Get the website started.
Like a kick-ass website?
Yeah, I own WithoutParole.com and WithoutParoleGames.com.
Be part of the background. We'll make this channel grow.
Seriously.
You know?
Yeah, it's like the unpaid intern that we keep begging for.
Yes.
Just somebody to make me coffee, really, is all I need.
Yeah.
Mark Kimmel. On Should We Change Our PlayStation VR Review Viewer Takeover, wrote, "You're doing great. I've come to trust your reviews and rely on them for my VR purchases. So far, your reviews haven't missed a beat. IMO. No matter what you rate these games, you will always have opposition to your opinions."
Yeah, true.
And I think that's kind of like the culmination of last week's episode.
Yeah.
No matter what we say, somebody's going to disagree.
Well, of course, yeah.
Should we change your reviews? Should we not? Yes, no.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Having varying opinions and, having them comment about them. Yeah. So, like a lot of comments on every video now. It's like, God, 30 to 70, 80, I mean, even more so. It's nuts.
We, just to pull back the curtain and expose the fourth wall.
Yeah.
When we started this podcast and we started reading viewer questions, even when we were had viewer video questions, they were just people we knew. Like we would ask people we knew to like just
Make a question. Yeah.
like contribute, like make it look like there are people who watch our show.
Yeah.
And now there are people who watch our show.
Yeah.
And it's like we don't need to make people up. And,
No, they're real.
They're real.
And they're awesome.
And they talk a lot, which is
They
fantastic.
do. Even the ones that don't favorably, they don't agree and they say nasty things. It's awesome because they're watching and they're still making comments here or there that whatever.
Yeah, people who don't agree with us, like that's fine.
It's still a part of it. It's great. I love it. Yeah.
It's like debating.
Yeah.
I love debating.
Yep.
Let's see. So last week on the weekly wrap-up, we gave away a code for Wind Bandits for Bandit 6 Combined Arms, the PlayStation VR game, and with our random number generator, we picked a random comment from the comments, and Dimitri Johnson won.
Yay!
I sent him his code this week, and he was very appreciative. And just so we can all be on the same page, this is the comment that won.
Yeah.
He wrote, "I'll be completely honest. My favorite game for under $20 for PlayStation VR is Harmonix Music VR. I have played it for hours. It's a great way to just listen to music. I'm a sucker for gimmicks." This game was a gimmick.
Yeah.
"And so I love everything in the game except for the beach thing." Yeah, the beach thing's stupid. "I spent maybe 2 hours playing music in The Trip." Harmonix Music VR got a real bad rep when it came out. It was like it was just kind of like a collection of stupid things to do with music.
Like a gimmick.
It was a total gimmick.
Yeah.
I was maybe a little overpriced for $20. Like, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't even that much. But there was a cool thing you could do in Harmonix Music VR, which was it was almost like Microsoft Paint. Like a cheap little paint program, except you were drawing in VR.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, you could. And once you were done drawing like a cool line with like a cool pattern, you could actually pick it up and move it around in 3D space. And I spent a surprising amount of time doing that. Yeah. So people might talk shit about this game, but Dimitri Johnson actually picked a fairly interesting title. Yeah.
Can you? I got questions about this.
Oh, please do.
So if you make a line like this and like this, can you then take that object, move it, and then make another line so that you can basically build like a 3D box?
Absolutely.
For real?
Yeah.
And then can you like color in the edges and make like a one that's like a solid object?
Maybe. So when I spent time with this, it was sort of timed because there was a music track playing in the background, and everything I was drawing was pulsating to the beat of the music. Okay. And so I was just playing with so even when I was painting, I was like going in and out of all around me. Okay. I was even drawing lines around my head and stuff, and then like picking it up and moving it somewhere else. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not sure. There must be like an unlimited time thing to just mess around with.
Just do that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a long time though. That was like I think it was a launch title.
Yeah. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it was interesting for sure. So congratulations, Dimitri, again. Yeah. Thanks for watching. And, I really want to start giving away a game every single week. This episode today was a bit last minute. We were concerned about Michelle, because she's sick. So we didn't have a chance to get a code for you guys. But I think starting next week and onward, we'll probably give away a game every week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Why not?
Reason to stay tuned.
The Game Cats seem to like PlayStation VR games.
Yeah.
We'll keep giving away PlayStation VR games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they won't be the newest, but what the hell?
Yeah, they'll be free.
They'll be free. Mark Nelson wrote on... Holy crap.
Holy shit, he wrote a novel.
Yeah, and this is on the Static review. So Static was the game that Michelle talked about last week where your hands are trapped in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, the more I think about this game, the more I like it.
Yeah.
Everyone who has a PlayStation VR should play Static.
Really?
Yeah. Even if you don't like puzzle games, because I don't like puzzle games.
I do like puzzle games.
Well, then you should play it.
Tell me about it. I know you
We put your hands in the box. It's like 4 minutes. Go watch the review. Yeah. So Mark Nelson wrote, adored this game. Pre-ordered it and stayed up till midnight last night till it was activated to play it.
Wow.
Most original game I've played in years. Went in blind and managed to make it through to the credits unaided.
Wow.
Some of it feels quite taxing, but in every stage there are numerous eureka moments. Something you'll have overlooked for 15 minutes comes to your attention, and you kind of know you've got the right answer before you push the buttons. It's a great feeling. Favorite level was the remote control droid one. I agree with you. That because the beginning of this level, you're just sitting there and you're like, I have no control over anything. But you've got this thing on the box. It's like a little camera.
Yeah.
And it's like almost like you've got an RC car
Okay.
and like you're moving it back and forth, but it's a camera that's on the RC car, and that's what you're seeing on the box. And then you notice like in the distance, like like behind something, like is that the drone?
Huh.
And it like I think for 20 minutes I sat there and went, I don't know what to do. And just fucked around with this little drone that was trapped in a box. And I was like,
Really?
what am I doing? And then just like Mark Nelson wrote, you get that eureka moment where you're like, oh, fuck, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And it all starts coming together. And that's what every level of Static did for me.
Yeah.
Every level. At first, you're like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
That's it.
got it.
Yeah.
Eureka. Yeah, he said basically well worth your $20. Try not to cheat. It wouldn't be the same. The ending was surprising and mysterious. So surprising that he pulled a shoulder muscle at the end.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
For $20.
Did you beat it?
Oh, I did the same thing he did. I sat and played it through in one sitting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How long is it?
I think there's like 8 levels. It depends on how good
Quick
you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think each level probably took me close to a half an hour, 40 minutes. But depending, you know, some of them I just had to put it down and come back to.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe about a half an hour level, so maybe like 3 hours. I think probably was the
$20.
$20, 3 hours,
It's not bad.
and it's something you'll remember.
Yeah.
You know, and like you'll think back and be like, oh, it's definitely going on our next top 10 list.
Yeah.
And more importantly, it's like when somebody comes over and tries out VR for the first time.
Yeah.
It's a game that you want to be like,
Really?
check this out.
What about that or Stop Talking or Everyone's Dead?
Oh,
or
keep
what?
talking and no one explodes.
Yeah, which one is better for a puzzle game? Especially for people around.
Well, if you're playing with somebody else, you need somebody else for keep talking.
Yeah.
Nobody explodes. Static is definitely a single player game.
Okay, so you can't really compare them then.
You can't. They're in a similar vein.
Yeah.
But I'm a single player guy, so I like Static.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like single player as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
In another one of our new Patreon supporters, but longtime viewers.
Ah, nice. Thank you.
How would you say his name?
Plinkoom.
Blinkoom.
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 Yeah.
All right. I think his name used to be Blinkloggery. He's changed it a few times. I think he has his own YouTube channel.
Nice.
Yeah. He's British. Unlike Alessandro, we get a little more information about some of our viewers.
Yeah.
On the Pain of Nostalgia newest Litterbox episode.
Yeah.
Blinkoom wrote, great topic, Des.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go, Des.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Michelle are just hanging out with us
MIA.
today. I couldn't agree more. I would personally love some fencing or magic topics. These are other things that Des is into.
Yes.
Fencing and magic.
Magic.
Yeah.
I don't know about the fencing, but I knew about the
He's
magic.
a fencing instructor.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, and he's a professional magician.
Yeah.
So it's like, I was like, yeah, do magic, man. I just want to watch you do magic.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I love when people have hobbies that they're passionate about, especially unique or unexpected ones. And then he writes, P.S. Finally an episode of the show featuring exclusively the good members of the channel. He thinks that Des is the only good member of the channel.
That's funny.
But then he wrote a little heart, and I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Des has a fan right there.
That's right. You know what? It's like, I've been saying this for years. I feel like I spend way too much time in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Like this is, for some reason, Without Parole Games has become the Brian Paul show, and it's because I live here. And it's just too much of me, I think.
No.
So you tune into the Games Cast, here I am with Michelle and Jeremy. You
Yeah.
tune into Gaming Without Parole, here I am with Des. You go to the reviews, there I am reading.
Your voice.
Oh, I'm glad people
Soothing.
enjoy it.
Yes.
But I think at some point, somebody might need to replace me on one of the podcasts, just so there's a little more variety. So if you're looking to be a host on Without Parole Games, apparently
Apply below.
apparently non-profit organization at this
Yes.
point. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're with us till the end. You're not going anywhere.
Then the end might be sooner.
No.
I think. What do you think, man? This has been quite an interesting week on gaming. Without
Gaming
Parole
in
Games.
general and the channel. Yeah, it's been pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little different.
A little different.
Yeah.
What do you think of the
A little
Litterbox
different
stuff?
than the last time that we did a one-on-one session, I think. We didn't talk about roller coasters.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that was so long ago.
That was so long ago.
Like, Brett didn't show up. We
days,
didn't get a replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time Jeremy and I did one-on-one, a little romantic time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about, like, family road trips and roller coasters.
Yeah.
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 But
it was a while back.
I think since then, like, the show's become more structured.
Yes.
So it's like then you get these, like, tiny little gaps to, like, fill in space with conversation.
Which we can do. you know?
Like filling in tiny little gaps.
Yes, filling in the gaps.
Yep.
And to your question about the litter box,
Yeah.
what do I think?
Yeah, what do you think, man? It's like it's our new show. It's the 3rd episode just went up.
Yep.
Do you like having that one-on-one time with the Game Cats to just sit there and be like, here I am?
Well, I'm going to look at it from their perspective and say I love it watching it.
Yeah.
You guys and each one and seeing, in your heads and your individual, because we're all so different.
So different.
Des and you and Michelle and me, we're so fucking different. It's just neat to kind of watch you guys and just hear whatever it is you came up with for 3 to 4 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. And I look forward to next week's when you have another one, and Michelle and Des. I want to watch those ones too. So I really like it. I dig it.
I'm excited to dive into the footage that we did for you and put your episode together.
Yeah, the one that was shot first.
Yeah, right.
Well, technically second, right? Weren't you? You were right.
Oh, I did do the first one.
You did it right before me.
But you didn't get to see mine.
No.
So you had no idea what the format was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stay tuned. So stay tuned because on Monday Jeremy's episode will go up, and his was it was sort of like he just did it blind. So and I definitely admired that too, because you came in with a great concept and you're like, this is going to be fun, and I was like, I can't wait to see this.
I'm looking forward to watching it myself, actually.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's cool. So again, if you like the episodes of the Litter Box, support us on Patreon for $1 or more a month, and then you will forever have weekly episodes of the Litter Box. We really, really appreciate the support, and honestly, we appreciate every single person that subscribes and watches and comments. Everything. You guys are, without Pro Games, especially, I feel like the Litter Box reminds me of like that we're like this interesting, unique little family. Yeah, and we're just happy that you're part of it.
Yeah, very much. Right. And with their support too. I mean, it's neat because there's so many more ideas and so many more things we'd like to do and potential, but just we're limited, because of the daily grind and then being burnt out, and you have no help. I can't do shit. I have no time for anything. We all are so busy.
Yeah, there is literally going to be no more content from Without Parole Games. Like, you're going to get your games cast, you're going to get your Gaming Without Parole, you're going to get the reviews whenever the new games come out, and the Let's Plays whenever I have a chance. But honestly, like, and of course the Monday Litter Box episodes. But when I was like, oh hey, this is going to be an easy show to make, the Litter Box, it's going to be 5 minutes, like once a week. Yeah, I was like, this is going to be easy. I had no idea how much work it was going to be. And now I'm literally at maximum capacity. I have no.
There's a lot of editing. You do a good job with those.
I spend every second that I'm not at my real waiting tables job here, making Without Parole Games happen. Yeah. So I hope you guys appreciate it, and because we love it. Yeah. So if you love it, let us know. Yeah. All right. Let's hope Michelle comes back next week.
Absolutely. We wish her well, everybody.
Yeah. Make sure, again, send her some love on Twitter at @2ndKira90. Make sure let her know that we all care and that she hopes she gets better. Yes. All right. So for the Midnight Games Cast, for Viewer Takeover, I'm Brian Paul.
I'm Jeremy.
And we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Ciao.
So you're going to buy Prey?
I think I'm going to fall victim to Prey.
That's awesome, because I really wanted somebody to play it and then tell me about how great it is. Yeah. But I don't have time to play it.
I know.
So
I'm going to have to abandon either Persona or Zelda to do it. And that's the struggle. That's the problem. Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Yeah. My issue is that there's a couple PlayStation VR games that are like right on the horizon. Like they're right almost there. Yeah. And like I know that like I need to like keep my schedule open for when they come out. When I get them, I can review them. Do them. And speaking of Horizon.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Somebody walked up to me recently and was like, "Hey, did you beat Horizon?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "I just beat it." And I was like, "Jeez, it's not even on my radar anymore."
I know, right? It's so. I almost forget that I own it.
Yeah, and it was exactly what I knew was going to happen. Yeah. They said you need to, because the story gets amazing.